Mikel Arteta versus Jose Mourinho. So lads, with there being still less than a day till the North London derby, I think it's about time your boy had a bit of a debate. Because of course with Tottenham's current manager being man like Jose Mourinho, a guy who let's just say your boy is not the biggest fan of, I think it is about time we discuss Mourinho versus Mikel Arteta. Of course with both men having come into the teams midway through the season, let's just say Mourinho and Arteta both came into a similar boat. And also lads, let's not forget the time where Jose Mourinho was linked to the Arsenal job before joining Tottenham. But of course I cannot have a debate about Mourinho with myself. So today I have found a special guest, and that being no other than fellow offsider Mr. George Achillea. So today it's time to put the friendships aside as we enter battle of Jose Mourinho versus Mikel Arteta. Here we go lads. So with that being said guys, let's get into the video and let's debate Mikel Arteta versus Jose Mourinho, Arsenal versus Tottenham, North London Red versus North London Red. Here we go. Jose Mourinho, we meet once again. Of course, back a few months ago, you were linked with the job of the mighty Arsenal, which of course I'd said no to. So today we will once again go head to head as you are now the manager of our rivals in Tottenham Hotspur. Yo, what is on guys, my name is Balto, welcome back to my channel. In today's video lads, we are back again here to discuss the Arsenal as we go up against Tottenham Hotspur in the North London derby tomorrow. So I thought it was about time we had a bit of a debate. So in today's video lads, we shall be discussing Mikel Arteta, the current Arsenal manager, compared to Jose Mourinho, the current Tottenham manager, and who exactly is the better manager in 2020. And I will be joined by fellow offsider George Achillea. He of course is a Spurs fan, unfortunately. Of course he's also a fantastic content creator, so if you guys want to show some support, go over to the channel, links in the bio, subscribe to the channel as well. I have also done another video on this channel where we discussed Aubameyang versus Harry Kane, so make sure to watch that as well. But yeah, in terms of me and George, it's time to put the friendship to one side and let's have a bit of a debate. But with that being said guys, before we get into the video itself, make sure to go down there, smash a like on it, and also do subscribe to the channel if you're new as well. As always, let me know your thoughts in the comments below, your predictions, and also who do you think is better. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. As always, make sure to follow all my social media, my Twitter and my Instagram, and also do subscribe to my group channel, The Offsiders. The links are all below. But with that being said guys, let's get into it and let's debate Jose Mourinho, the special one for me, the finished one, against Mikel Arteta, the chosen one. Let's be talking. Georgie boy, what are you saying? So lads, your boy is joined by Mr. Georgie boy Achillea, fellow offsider. But today, lad, we are rivals. Yeah, no friendships today.
No friendships around here.
We're going for it today, and we're straight into it. Mourinho versus Arteta. Of course, we all know Arteta is the better manager. But George, go on. Let's tell me about Mourinho and tell me what Arsenal fans are missing out on, because of course we didn't get him. Go on, mate. Explain
Right. With Mourinho, right, he gets experience. Arteta's only experience of being a manager is, I was gonna say laying out the cones, but that's cheap. That's too normal. He literally just sits next to Pep. And you know what, like those puppet shadow shows and things where someone's doing it in front and then he's behind. That's pretty much it. You got Pep on the touchline doing this like whatever, like saying the players to do this, and then you see Arteta just like in the background like taking notes.
Hang on.
No, because Arsenal, he did that for the Arsenal game when it was the water break. He was the exact same. He was like bent down. He's doing like the whole like he's just learning. He's learning. Mourinho's done it. He's won everything. He's the man.
Am I right in saying that Mourinho used to be a translator when he was young as well? He used to be a translator for Bobby Robson. He used to be, I think, also assistant for Barcelona as well. So you start off as an assistant. Everyone does that.
Okay,
yeah,
I know that.
Really stand.
Yeah, I understand.
Arteta. Go on.
No, I was gonna say I understand that. Obviously, people have to start somewhere. I get that. But when you're comparing right now, who's the better manager? You've got to look at what one has done, what one's experience is, what one the one person you know can do because of what he's done for 20 odd years, however long it's been. With Arteta, all right, he might have a bit of potential. I get that. He's learned from a lot of good people. I get it. He's won a couple of FA Cups himself. It's not that deep. Whereas we don't know, that doesn't necessarily translate to being a good manager. The amount of assistants out there that have been assistants to some of the best managers in the world, have they become great managers themselves? Most of them
not. That's a great point. Most of them not. Let's not forget when Arteta left Arsenal as a player. Your manager at the time, Mauricio Pochettino, was on his knees, twerking for the guy, saying, yo, Mikel, come to Tottenham. He said no. Bro, I'm good. I want to go to a winning club. He went to Man City. He won a couple Premier Leagues. He won a couple FA Cups. He got the treble, the 100 points, right? And also, why do you think there were so many clubs after Arteta the moment he left Arsenal as a player? Your coach, Pep. These are top coaches, the coaches that were the best of the best at the time, you know. And so there's a reason why this guy is so highly rated. And even that, the guy's never managed a game. An Arsenal Football Club, the biggest club in London, the colour of North London, just go for you, you know. Arsenal go for you. There's a reason for that. No, it's no reason.
Right. Okay.
If Arteta had nothing behind him, if there was no pedigree there, why do you think Arsenal going for it? You know, we could have got Ancelotti. Why do you think Arsenal would go over Ancelotti, this guy's a Champions League winner, proven winner, and get Arteta if there's nothing there?
Because you're copying Chelsea. You're copying Chelsea. It is what it is. Like, you saw the fact that Chelsea put their trust in Lampard being an ex-player, thinking that, because at the end of the day, let's put it this way: Arsenal, like Chelsea were, like in the past year or so, are in a transition phase. There's no denying this. There's no denying this. You're going from what was great at Arsenal, your Sanchez, your Ozils, the this, that, and the other. What was great at Arsenal, that's all gone now. All right. So you're left with some youth players, some new players. Tierney's hardly played all year. So you've just copied Chelsea in their system. They've gone for Lampard to try and bring their youth up with your Mounts and your Abrahams, because they aspire to be like him because it was there. Your Sakas and this, that, and the other grew up watching Arteta play for Arsenal. So that's the only reason you've got him. You're not got him to win anything. You've got him to try and bring your youth up. No, that's it. That's what it is.
George, I want to let you speak, right? But you're not speaking any sense. I'm
speaking total sense, mate. And you know it.
Because you say that we're copying Chelsea, right? But let's not forget, Arteta actually was one of the prime candidates back in 2018 when we let go of Wenger. So it's not like we've just come out of nowhere. Here's Arteta. We wanted him in the past. We chose for the experience option Emery. Didn't quite work out. And then we came back from Arteta. So it's not like, and Chelsea, that's the year after they got Lampard. You know, so we had this back in mind. So you can't just, compare him to Super Frankie Lampard. But right? Let's move that guy to the side, right? This is Arsenal, Tottenham. Arteta, as things currently stand, I would go as far as saying, is one of the brightest, I would say top 3 or top 5 young managers in the world, in my opinion. The guy's still young. He's got time to learn, man. And his coaching ability. Bro, this guy has come into Arsenal and he's making us look defensively good. Do you deep the levels to that? We never look good defensively. He's got a back 3 of David Luiz, Mustafi, and Kolasinac. 3 absolute clowns on the Emery, right? Untrustable as always. And this guy's got them getting clean sheets on clean sheets. A guy, I think in the entirety of last season, we got 7 or 8 clean sheets. He's come in and in his first 16 or 15 games has already got 7 clean sheets. You have to respect that, bro. There's a coach in there, man.
Okay, but let's talk about the opponents you faced when getting those clean sheets. Because let's be honest, when you had to play Man City, you got dicked. Like that was the master showing the student what's what. That was Pep showing Arteta, like, you know what? Yeah, nice try, but you're not there yet.
David Luiz.
The thing is, right, I'm not denying that Arteta could be a good manager, but if you're talking straight facts right now, Arteta versus Mourinho is by far the better manager because he's got the pedigree and the experience to show for it.
Bro, have you seen how you're playing? Have you seen how you're playing? You're getting dominated by Bournemouth, bro.
No. Okay, listen. I understand the results ain't amazing, but we've improved. He's got more points than Pochettino did in the same amount of games beforehand. Defensively, since the restart, we have conceded less than a half the amount of goals. Because you don't get out of your half. You just sit back. The problems we have are to do with the players and whether we're not creating right now. Defensively, we've been better. We have been better, but we're just not creating enough. That's a whole different story to do with the players and the board not spending the right money. That's not to do with the manager. It is.
You got Son. You got Kane, the Beta Kabamang. You got.
Oh, okay. We'll get onto that.
You've got attackers. You have got attackers on days. So is it more that you don't have the players, or is it that the fact that you just don't have the manager for it? I think in 2020, Mourinho is finished. And you know what? Like, I'm not just saying that because he's Tottenham manager. I'm not gonna just say, because he's Tottenham, I don't rate him anymore. I rated Pochettino at Tottenham, right? But when Arsenal linked with Mourinho, I was vomiting every day. I don't want him. I did not want Mourinho near my club because I know exactly what he gives us. Yes, he might make us defensively solid. I don't care about that. I want to see my team play some good football. And Mourinho never offers that. And winning stuff, forget about that. They say 2014, bro. It's just
Right.
2020.
Okay.
What has
So
Mourinho won the last 3 years, 4 years? Go on, tell me that.
2 point. Well, first of all, he won an FA Cup and a Europa League with Man United, a Finnish Man United team. So
After spending how much?
He still managed to do, about 120. What he got Lukaku and no, who was it? Lukaku and Matic.
Lukaku,
were the only two players he
Bailly,
got.
Matic is £100 million spent there to get those 3 trophies.
Still one of the trophies. We've spent 150 million on players the past year and a half. If you're talking about on Dombele, Sessegnon, Lo Celso, and who was the other one that we got in? Bergwijn. That's about 150 million with that. We're getting there because there's so much other things we need to spend on to get there. And this is the thing, right? I've got a couple of points for what you just said there. Mourinho tactics work with the right players. Right now, our defense, just like yours was, our defense is shocking overall. Like I said it's improved. That doesn't mean it's outstanding. We've got so much we need to work on in defense, and the quality of players we currently have defensively is not there anymore. Once Mourinho has, as long as he's provided with the right kind of players that he wants, he will no doubt win Spurs a trophy. I don't know the level of trophy. I'm not going as far as to say we're winning the league or anything like that. But I know, considering what he did at United with a few players, to win them 2 trophies that, to be honest, Spurs could do with right now, he could 100% do it at Spurs. Whereas Arteta, he's still got to prove himself. I understand that he's had this great experience as a player, but playing doesn't necessarily translate to management. Look at the other teams that wanted him to be manager. Everton. And who was the other one? It was like Everton and someone else, like another mid-table team.
And Man City wanted him. Man City, don't forget Man
City. Man City didn't want him as the first team coach.
No, but they said it once Pep leaves, it was an option for them. But
he would probably be the assistant to whoever the next one was if he stayed at City.
Right, George, I'm gonna ask you a simple question.
Okay, go on.
What year are we in right now?
2020.
This is not 2004, bro. Forget about Mourinho and his winning trophies things. Because you go back to United side and the trophies he won there. That guy spent 75 on Lukaku, but the transfer record for a striker. He spent 30 on Bailly, 30 on Matic. This guy spent money only to get those Europa League and the Carabao Cup. You know, so nothing special there, I'd say. If my manager spends that much money, I expect.
And came second, to be fair, as well, I think.
And came second to Man City side, but it was like 20 points behind. Who really cares if you're that far behind?
Yeah, if we're talking about spending money, Man City just bought the league.
So what I'm saying is, right, this whole scenario of Mourinho getting the players and then winning trophies, yeah, look, maybe that might be the case, but this is Tottenham Hotspur we're talking about here. You got the stingy owners, and I'm talking as an Arsenal fan.
That I agree with.
Yeah?
Owners is a whole different story. We could talk about.
I'm sure if you give Mourinho exactly the players, if you give him Messi, Ronaldo, and Neymar, he'll win trophies. I understand that, but you're not going to get those caliber players. And for example, this season, you're most likely not going to get Champions League like Arsenal want, but you don't have the same pulling power as Arsenal Football Club do. It's Tottenham, it's Arsenal. Tottenham, yeah, you can sign a couple good players, you got a couple ballers in Dembele, but what's going to happen with Kane? What's going to happen with Son? You think these players are going to stay at Tottenham at the Europa League for what? For a good training ground and a good stadium. There's no pulling power for Tottenham.
We are going to have a year. We will have a year of still having them. I promise you that now. We've got that. No one's going to leave in the summer that we would want to leave this year. Next year is a whole different story, because the problem is, like, this year is just, we all know it's been a total shit show. It's been like, you've got COVID, you've got this, that and the other. From the Spurs point of view, we've had probably the most amount of injuries a team has ever had in the Premier League in one season, which has affected us massively in a lot of results. Like, a lot of stuff has gone wrong for us this year. And bearing in mind, Mourinho came in 20 games ago. He hasn't had the whole season. Next year, once he's had the whole year, once he's been able to maybe get the players he wants to get in, then we'll see. Because that's when you're going to start seeing a proper Mourinho side come out of Spurs. And that's when you're going to see the real trophy winner come out. Hey, if it's an FA Cup to start with, I'll take that, because right now Spurs should need to change. They just need to change the mentality. Hey, it was our cup from the 90s. In the 90s, we had the most.
It's literally named after our stadium, the Emirates FA Cup. You know, it's basically our.
Now you bring the sponsors into the.
I mean, but now, man, God.
It's going to be an interesting year, and I think if he can win something like that, all we need is a shift in mentality at Spurs, and then that will take the next step for the next manager who's going to be the progressor, your Nagelsmann, the one that you're going to be around for a long time. Mourinho is a transitional manager who's going to turn the players that we have with a couple of new ones and turn them into a winning team. I guarantee you that right now.
I'm sorry, George. I'm sorry to break your dreams by your Tottenham fans. You should already know about this. There are no dreams.
I do know about disappointment, so I pull myself out and say every year's our year, all right? Leave me alone.
Exactly. But what I say, right, I look at all the big 6 clubs. We're not top 6 clubs. None of us are top 6 right now. Big 6 clubs. You know? Yeah, you got your Cities, your Chelseas, and Uniteds and Arsenals and Tottenham and all so and so. Every club except for Tottenham, I see a long-term vision. You got Chelsea. They got the young manager Lampard. First year, he's doing great. They're getting Werner, Ziyech, potentially Havertz as well. They've got a good young team there. You look at
Chelsea
United,
are a danger. Chelsea are a
and
danger.
they're building young players on young players. Again, they got a young core of English players. Wan-Bissaka, Martial, Rashford. These are players that are young, some English as well, and they're building for the future. You look at teams like Man City, they're gonna spend. That's all we need to know about Man City.
That's
Liverpool, they've got young players, they've got the manager, they've got the momentum. They're Liverpool, they got the mentality right now as well, right? You go to Arsenal, you got the young manager, the core of young English players, Saka, Willock, Smith Rowe. You got Martinelli, Pele's godson, Ronaldo's stepbrother.
It's gonna go when Aubameyang's gone. No,
we got that core of young players with one of the best young coaches in the world. I'd go as far as saying, in my personal opinion, in my humble opinion. So we've got that young part of us as well, and we've got also, don't forget, this summer we're gonna spend money. We are gonna spend money. People go Arsenal broke. Yesterday, Stan Kroenke bought the whole stadium for Arsenal. I think he paid up the entire debt. So we're going to spend money. And make no mistake, last time we spent money on Pepe. Let's not talk about money because this guy's a franchise player. He's the guy we're going to build around. This guy's the President's FC, and you're going to see that on Sunday, right? So what I'll say is right now, we're building for the future. United building for the future. Chelsea are as well. City are as well. Liverpool, Tottenham, Mourinho, and what else do you have? Your players are getting older. The young players, Troy Parrott. Troy Parrott.
Listen,
move aside, my bro.
Wait until you see what Troy Parrott can offer. Right now,
Alright,
unfortunately, he's
cool,
injured,
man.
and
Whatever he is, man.
He's young. I think Greenwood's like a one in a lifetime like teenager that's smashing it right now. We'll see once Troy Parrott can start being introduced to the league playing properly. We'll see.
I can't wait to see Troy Parrott on Sunderland Till You Die in a few years' time when he's dead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah? So move aside Troy Parrott. But then again, I don't see any young players. There's no potential. They're all old 25, 26, 27-year-olds. Harry Kane's getting older, and I think he's getting worse as well, by the way, but we'll get into that in the next video. So yeah, I just don't see any long-term vision of Tottenham, and I hope you can produce, do something. But you know what? At the same time, I don't. I like to see. I think the moment you let go of Mauricio Pochettino, it was the finale, finito, it's over. That was the guy for you. He was building something there.
He got you to a Champions League final.
He got you to a Champions League final,
It took a magical Lucas hat-trick to get us to the Champions League final.
He got you there, though. And I just think, if you had... I don't want to say it. If you had somehow won that... I don't want to say it. If you won that trophy, then maybe there wouldn't even be a debate. It wouldn't be a debate. But hey, I think that was a climax. That was the point Tottenham. It was the make or break. Was it worth the years of building with when you had the fullbacks of Walker and Rose and Kane coming through and the Musa Ndebeles, and was it worth it all that? The process. That was the end bit. And you just didn't do it. Well, you look at Liverpool. They failed. They got the Champions League, but they failed. But they came out the next year. They failed in the league. They came out the next year. Tottenham just can't do that. And that's why forever you will be in our shadows.
No, I don't know about that, son. I think you're saying you're like Chelsea, but Chelsea at the end of the day, they were able to look at the youth. They got a young manager in, and that would have kept on. I promise you, they would have reached a peak, and that would have gone downhill, except for the fact that they have splashed cash on quality players now. I don't think you're going to do the same as them. You're at a peak right now because your young players like Saka and whatever, they're on the rise. They seem to be doing well. As soon as they have a little blip, it's going to fall hard and fast. I promise you that right now, because you will not spend anywhere near the same as Chelsea will unless you get money for Aubameyang, who is 100% leaving Arsenal. Or even Lacazette, a couple of other players. Like you might free up a bit of the wage bill once you finally offload Ozil whenever that happens. And he might be 55 and still in the Arsenal wage bill. Who knows? But yeah, I think we're talking about Arteta, Mourinho. Arteta, you got to wait. You got to wait and see how long this nice period lasts. With Mourinho, he's got the pedigree, he's got things behind him. It's then just totally down to the board to back him. If that happens, we'll win stuff because I've got confidence in his quality.
Right, so you're telling me Mourinho's better on Arteta because the pedigree, he's one of the past. Sound like a Liverpool fan here.
He's got the experience. He knows what he's doing.
He's got the experience, right? But that's like, look, if you put Arsenal, say if Arsenal had Ancelotti, right? This guy's won Champions Leagues, trophies, and all Premier Leagues and all that stuff, right? But as of 2020, what we're starting to see is younger coaches come through, managers that hadn't won a lot, right? But they win one and it follows through. You look at Liverpool, up until last season and the Champions League final, right? And they won that. They had won nothing. They had won zero trophies, and they get one. Then they get the Super Cup. Then they get the Club World Cup. Then they get the Premier League. It follows through, yeah? And I just think on Arsenal right now, you could say Arteta has no pedigree, but it'll come in time. The guy's been there for...
But that's my point. It's gonna take time.
But as a coach...
it took Liverpool 5 years.
As a coach right now, though, as a coach right now.
Arsenal fans are fickle, man. You're gonna probably, as soon as you have a bit of a dip in Arteta, you're gonna say, "Oh, we should have gone for Mourinho." Because I promise you,
No. We're not saying that.
No. You said it, and I know you said it. I know you said you'd never want him. I know you specifically have said that. But I'm telling you right now, if we didn't sack Pochettino when we did, and we didn't bring Mourinho in right now, I guarantee you the majority of Arsenal fans would have been foaming at the mouth at Sunday. And right now, I know your comments are going to say that, no, we wouldn't have, blah, blah, blah. No, that's only because you're seeing our results right now.
Those frauds. The people that
spoke to so many Arsenal fans, all of them were creaming at the mouth at the thought of a man like Mourinho coming to your side.
Can you tell me who they are?
Can you tell me who they are?
I need names so I can find them out.
Don't worry, I'll DM them to you so you can have a little chat about who they are. But yeah, I'm telling you, man, it's all hearsay. It's all this what's the word, hindsight as to how good a manager. Right. I think time will tell with these two. Time will tell.
So cool, understandable, right? I mean, the best time to show is Sunday, Tottenham, Arsenal, Mourinho, both teams are not in the best of ways, but Arsenal are a bit more in form. You guys got the shot on target, so
you got the confidence right now. You got the confidence right now.
I already know Harry Kane's gonna get a penalty. We have to we just know
that David gonna bring him down. I was waiting.
That's happening. But you know what? I'm gonna ask you one final question, man. And
go on, hit me.
Who do you think is going to win a major trophy next? Arsenal, Tottenham. Major trophy for me is either Europa League, a Champions League, a Premier League, which Tottenham don't know about, or maybe even I'll give an FA Cup, because I know that you guys that's your standard. Right. So
if you're bringing FA Cup into this, I think Spurs. I honestly do. I think.
Wait, hang on. You say that, but we could win it this year. We're in the semi-finals.
Yeah, come on now. You got Man City in the semi-finals. You're gonna get battered, and we all know it, because at the end of the day, Man City. It's not like Man City have won the league and they don't care or whatever. They don't care as much anymore. They've lost that now. They know that they need to win the League Cup and FA Cup and potentially the Champions League to prove that they've still had a better season than Liverpool. So I'm sorry, but you're gonna get screwed over in that game massively.
Wait and see, bro.
Talking next year, I do honestly think with the right signings, we'll be able to win the FA Cup 100%. 100%.
So that's your goal.
But the thing is, that's like a minimum. We need to start somewhere. I'm not going to be delusional and say we're going to win the Premier League, Champions League next year, because come on, man, you got to be realistic.
Go for it, man. We need the content. Go on.
We're going to win the league. No, I'm joking. No, but on the real, I think for you guys to win trophies, I think you're on a big project right now. You're at our beginnings of Pochettino kind of project right now. It's going to take you a good 5 years before you win anything. I think it's going to come sooner. Bro. I think it's going to come sooner for Spurs. I honestly do.
Yeah, man. All I'm going to say is come Sunday, we'll do our
We'll see.
Let's go, Arteta. We're going. Move aside, Mourinho.
You're Spurs.
You're finished. You're expired. You're a dinosaur. I'll see you later. With that being said, guys, that is the video around there. Of course, first things first, big up man like George Achillea for coming onto your boss channel. I appreciate that, but we had to put the friendships to a side. I've also done another video on George's channel as we discuss Aubameyang versus Harry Kane. The link's in the description, make sure to check that out as well. But as always, let's make sure to smash a like on the video and also do subscribe to the channel if you are new as well. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below on Mourinho, Arteta, on the North London derby, your predictions. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Watch out for the matchday watch along and the matchday vlog tomorrow. But with that being said, guys, I am going to end the video around there. In today's video, as we discussed Arteta versus Jose Mourinho, a great debate for the ages for me and George Achillea. But now it's time for Mikel to do your talking on the pitch. Sunday comes, North London derby. It's over to you, my friend. I'll see you next time in a bit.